Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of the Disc Golf Fantasy Man.
Good evening, Disc Golf Fantasy Man crew from the very, very brisk and chilly Michigan. So with it being the off season, I'm not entirely sure when the next Disc Golf Fantasy Man episode is going to come out, but it's going to still be during the off season. So during the off season, what are you guys focusing on more? Are you trying to focus on your weaknesses? Are you trying to make your strengths even better? Is it a combination of the two? I'm lucky enough to, even if we're under about a mile of snow and in negative 40-degree temperatures, at least it feels like that. We were actually lucky enough that a indoor sports complex has opened up their facilities for a couple hours a week for us to go in and throw in the warm, uninhibited by snow or wind or just all out cold. So that's pretty nice to be able to do some field work there. But what are you guys mainly focusing on during the off-season time? And what do you most look forward to once the season starts back up again? Thanks, guys. Have another great 2018.
We're going to have another great 2018 because the first one was so-so.
It was average at best.
Just picking on you, Chris. So what about you, Eric?
Off-season, usually what I would like to stay on top of is my putt because it is probably one of the hardest things to stay on top of. I mean, especially when it's this cold. If you have access to an inside facility that you can go and practice fairway shots, that's amazing. Mm-hmm. I memean, just to keep your mechanics going a couple times a week, just to kind of keep the muscle memory down, that's something I highly recommend. As far as if you have the ability to work on your weaknesses in the off season, that's exactly what you need to do is work on your weaknesses. If you don't have access to that, then putting, staying on top of it, even if it's a 15-footer inside your apartment or whatever it is, mm-hmm. just keeping those mechanics kind of, like a well-oiled machine. You got to keep doing it because it's easy as soon as you start, missing shots or feeling awkward in one way or the other. It's really easy to blame it on no practice. So, just eliminate that by going out and doing it.
Yeah. What about you, Robert?
I've been working on flexibility and mobility. For me, I've got a couple of surgeried knees, and with surgery knees come pretty inflexible hips most of the time because you start to maybe not walk too early, but you start to adapt the way that you walk and run and are active to try and protect your knees a little bit. So I've been trying to get a little bit more mobile in that. But as far as specifically disc golf things go, the putt is, I think, number one. You really want, kind of going along with that is just your touch. You want your touch to be really good when you have putters in your hand, mid-ranges, things like that, so that the scoring portion of the game is still intact for you. And if you haven't checked out, let's say you didn't have access to an indoor facility, you need to check out a Winter Marksman League mm-hmm. because that's been a really cool. I didn't get to do this in Austin last year, and it's been a really cool change for the winter for me. Granted, I have not played very, very well at the Winter Marksman League. My style of putt, it does not get accepted well into marksman, but it just makes me want to practice more. Like even if a hyzer putt comes in poorly, you are still getting to putt. You're still getting to keep your feel on your putters. And so that's the things that I would work on for sure. Something
I want to work on it. And I know it sounds cliche, but I want to play more next year. Mm-hmm. But I want to get to
like 2019.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, no, 2018. This
another great 2018.
On the other great, the other 2018. I want to play more, but I want to become to where, because so often there would be so much time between playing that I would feel like I have to get to know my discs again.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And I would be like, should I throw a trespass on this or should I throw my Renegade? I want to be a little more confident to where I walk up and I literally will say, this is where I'm going to throw my Renegade because I know what this Renegade's going to do, rather than go, crap, I should have thrown whatever. Now, I know that happens no matter how much you play, you rethink what you did. But I just want to become more familiar with my discs so that I'm not guessing. Right. And I know that's something Eric even pointed out. I can't remember if it was on the show or when we were playing. when he likes to yell at me for doing something.
Standard.
No, is that disc selection. A lot of times I think he sees me and he probably thinks I should have thrown something different. I want to be able to make that decision on my own because I'm very familiar with my disc. So that's something I'm looking forward to practice on.